What's going on, guys? So, if you were watching the YCS like me, it's been pretty crazy the last maybe 15 minutes since they announced a new Forbidden Unlimited list. As a Malice player, not super happy, but I totally understand with Alliance Insight coming out, there's going to be some really crazy cards. They're going to make that deck just a little bit overpowerful, so kind of understand some of the hits, but we'll go through it and get the first reaction. I really didn't get a chance to sit down and think about it. I'm actually recording this for the second time because I didn't hit record the first time, so let's go ahead and do it again. So on our new Forbidden Limited list, we have Abyss Dweller. I totally understand why that card was cut. You have a card that kind of solos most of the decks in the format. Just by summoning it, you kind of just you get stopped. Overlay, most decks just overlay, make Abyss Dweller, and shut off the graveyard. That's really powerful. I know in Tearlament format, that card was just soloing a lot of the decks, so, what are you going to do about that? Nightmare Griffin, another one why I completely understand why it went. Sucks as a Malice player, but like I said, having cards that just stop your opponent from playing are never healthy for the game, so I kind of expected that one to go. Also, Link Decoder, I had said that one was going to go, I believe, in my Kissimmee decklist talk video. I was pretty sure that one was going to get cut. Does it suck? Absolutely, but I kind of get why. Then Bahamut Shark. That one really enables some funky stuff with Totally Awesome. So we kind of get why that one was finally cut. When you have a deck that can kind of just make an Omni Negate without really doing anything, I can understand why they would get rid of something that would enable that. On the unlimited side, we have things like Cyberjar. And I guess so. If it was GOAT format, I'd be super, super enthused about that. But yeah, so, it's cool. Danger Jackalope and Tsuchinoko, those are going to be really cool to come back for people that want to do crazy things with discarding and playing around with cards in the graveyard. I know a lot of my friends that do funky Tearlament decks are going to be really happy about that one. So that's pretty cool. And you got the limits. That one has some pretty crazy cards on the list. We got Detonator to 1. That's fine. That one I totally understand. Again, another card that just enables a lot of toxicity in the game. So I totally understand why that one was put to 1. Dimension Shifter, a little bit late, I think, to kind of put it to 1, but I kind of guess it was a long time coming. Maybe people having it not hit for such a long time and complaining about it maybe made them decide to finally, okay, we'll do something where we can just kind of hit it to 1 and, it'll just fall out of the game completely. Triple Tactics Talent, that one I was a little bit surprised about, but most of the time the card is played at 1 anyway in a lot of decks, maybe 2. Really, nobody's playing 3 nowadays, so I know in a lot of the decks that I play, I only play 1, so it's going to be okay going forward, I think. For Triple Tactics Talent, you can always just play Thrust. I think in my deck list, I was saying that I preferred to play the Thrust at 2, the Talents at 1. So you can just search it anyway off the Thrust. You'll be all right. Crossout Designated to 1, that one's a little bit surprising to me. Having so many of the same cards in the deck and not being able to stop them when so many cards like Droll just kind of shut down an entire play, or Ash can shut down an entire play, and not being able to stop it so they continue playing. That's kind of crazy to see it. So I guess we'll find out how that one works out going forward. Druid Swarm to 1, I definitely thought that it was going to be Magnemite hit completely, but I guess Druid Swarm to 1 makes a lot of sense. That card enables a lot of toxicity. As a Malice player, again, that kind of sucks, but I totally understand why he was the one that was hit to 1. And then Mathematic Circular, I know a lot of people are really excited about that, so maybe we'll do some funky stuff with Malice and a lot of the Cyburst cards. I know that the Mathmech deck was really strong when it was at full capacity, so we'll find out and see what we can do with that. And then Bonfire to 1. That one I'm surprised about. I guess the 7 Tachyon card is going to come in handy for the Rizio players that want to play the deck moving forward with the game. I guess we're not super surprised. We kind of expected it. It was reprinted, expected it to get banned afterward. Hitting it to 1 was probably the right decision. And then we have probably the craziest part of this entire Forbidden Unlimited list, the semi-limits. I know that sounds crazy to say. Usually semi-limits don't even matter. But to have probably the entire Malice deck and the entire Riziel deck hit simultaneously on the semi-limited list, they brought every monster, except not on the Malice side, they only brought the Dormouse, but she's the most important one. So having her go to 2 may hurt the deck moving forward. I guess we'll find out. Having all of the Riziel monsters go to 2 is kind of crazy. So we're going to see what people can put together. I don't know how much I'm going to play the deck going forward. I definitely want to stick with Malice and play it, but yeah, that's the entire list, man. Like I said, this is just the first reaction. I know you guys can find it on Yu-Gi-Oh!-card.com. You'll be able to find the entire list. I just wanted to give my first thoughts going forward. Probably going to sit in the corner and cry for a little bit as a Malice player, but as always, I love this game, and we do the best we can with what we got. And I just want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you all think about it. You can hit me up on IG, and we can talk about it. We can see what you like, what you don't like, what you thought should have got hit, what you don't think should got hit. Maybe we'll bring you Bell back now that Shavara's back at 2. So we'll find out how the game is going to be. This goes into effect on April 7th. So tomorrow is going to be when this new Forbidden Limitless goes into effect. So it's crazy. We didn't get to go play today because we were watching the YCS, but I guess it was our last chance to play Malice at full capacity. We'll see how it goes once Alliance Insight comes out. But yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And as always, stay awesome.